Screen door cracked, ball game on. Man on the porch singing baritone. Tan line leads to that gentle place between a collarbone and a stone cold face. Wet, hot American nights, shaking body dry on a coastline. Wet, hot American nights.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to 305 Live. I'm your host, Michael Harris, and I'm here joined by my co-host, Deaken,
What's up?
Hudson Bradley, and Brian Coley.
What's up?
How y'all boys doing?
Good. First podcast. I'm ready to get it rolling. We've been talking about this all summer, and now we're at school. We finally get to do it. I've been excited and just brainstorming how it's going to go. And obviously, first episode, we're going to get better with everyone. Maybe have some fun guests on, but this is going to be the main crew and our boy JT, and we're just going to get it rolling. How are you guys doing now that you're not playing football this year?
I'm doing good, man. I think that it's a relief, to be honest, because I get to focus on this more. Also, just get to focus on doing other things that I enjoy. I didn't really enjoy it towards the end. That's why I kind of let it go. But yeah, it's going good. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I just, I decided to give it up because, free time, just being able to focus on my major. I'm a criminal justice major, as you guys know. So.
Yeah, I mean, that was kind of my thing. Like, I've envisioned this for a while now. And, over the summer, I kind of really picked it up. And when I decided to stop playing football, that's when it kind of got rolling more, to speak, I guess.
And how do you play football, but you're injured right now?
Yeah.
Hip injury?
A little fracture in my hip. So
How many weeks to your back?
4 to 6.
4 to 6.
So.
Y'all play Duke Sunday, don't you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, at Duke round 2.
What's your score prediction for that?
Greek life's good. We did have a party a couple weekends ago.
It was a banger.
Last weekend. It was great, but we, someone kind of got the 5-finger discount on a fraternity flag. That means they stole it.
Yeah, bro. Like, did y'all ever get that back? Because I know that girl.
No, yeah. So a girl took it. Well, I handed it to her. She said, "Let me, I guess you want to take a picture with it." She put it on her back like a cape, started dancing or whatever. We didn't see her after that. It slipped through our fingers, but we got a video of her. We posted the picture around, and nobody seems to know who she is. So she's either off campus, freshman, maybe she's just a nobody. I don't know, but she definitely just took the flag.
Speaking of flags and speaking of this campus, I want our flag back. I want it put up, and I want it hang on our back.
We've unfortunately, but fortunately, because we get to show it on the podcast, we had to take this flag down, this Trump 2024, Take America Back. We put it on the outside of our balcony railing, guys, and then they gave us an email 9 hours later saying you guys need to remove it immediately.
Demanding.
And check this. It's not like the flag was put up at like 5 o'clock. The flag was put up at like 11 p.m. Like Deaken said, they texted us or emailed us like 9 hours later. That's ridiculous.
They get in the office, they beeline for it. They told me you can't have decorations on the balcony, but everybody else has lights on their balcony, other things. Somebody put a Batman cape hanging over it last year. So
people used to hang their sports equipment from the flag.
Right, to let it dry. And, I'm like, okay, maybe they're changing it this year and going to crack down on what they're doing, but there's still lights over here. There's still stuff over here, but they're not going to let us put it up because of what it says.
Right, because of what it says. And since when is it racist? Because let's be real, that's the point. And tell us what that girl said.
I heard one of the girl that reported, or one girl piped up one time when we were putting it up and said, "I'm not going to put up with this racism." And when I heard that, whether it's true or not, it's all over media that this guy supporting him makes you a racist. But since when was supporting your president?
Your president. And like we were talking to one of our friends earlier, she said that if you put an American flag up nowadays, it's sad to know that you know who that person is voting for.
Right. Yeah. So someone who has a patriotism and American pride would put up their flag. Let's just say it's an American flag, and you already know who they're voting for.
Right. Yep. And it's not Kamala Harris.
So we know the real reason they want us to take it down, or else if they were really about the rules, they would take everybody else's down, and it would be fine. But we're going to figure out a way to display it so everyone can see it where it's not violating a rule. But trust me, we'll win, and we're going to be able to.
Oh yeah, that flag's getting hung.
Have our freedom of expression, which is a protected right.
What do y'all think about this election? Who do y'all got?
I think
And what do y'all think?
it's going to be Trump, but I don't think it's going to be as big of a margin as people think. I think it's going to be an extremely close race.
And the reason
I was about to touch on that is I think the reason of that is that people are so stuck on the ideology of that Trump is like publicized as a bad person or like a racist, misogynistic person, just like these names that are put on him for reasons that are not yet proven. Right. Of course, there's been circulation of things, but I think it's more or less, it's people not going against him because of his policies. It's people going against him because of who he is. And of course, there's certain policies people don't stand with, such as like bans, like restrictions of abortion and stuff like that. But at the same time,
but you got to look at why these voters are saying this, and a bunch of it is because of media headlines. Yeah, people don't know anything about politics. They see a media headline, Trump's a racist. Oh no, they panic. They don't like
and
Trump.
then you ask that person who says that, well, what did Trump do that was racist? I don't want to get into it. And on the abortion topic, all he wants to do is give the power back to the states to make that decision. He never said, I don't want abortions. Abortions are bad. All he said was, I don't want to make it a federal regulation to whether there's abortions or not, because that's giving too much power to the federal government, which is what the Democrats are saying they want to do, is be able to have it mandated nationally. But if you give the power back to the states, like they should have power,
which is
that's what he wants to do. Right.
Versus if you're giving it to the federal government, where's the democracy in that?
Right.
There's none.
There's no democracy in the federal government making the decision for you versus they're like, oh, Trump's going to take away our freedoms, blah, blah, blah. But the people you're supporting are taking away your right to having a say of what you believe, because there are some Democrats that don't believe in abortion.
Right.
But yet they're still voting for that side that's taking away their right to have a say in
because it's funny what you just said. If you ask most Democrats why they aren't, or why they are for Kamala, it's because they're against Trump.
Right.
Yeah. And not because they're for Kamala. And that's a bad way to vote, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, do not vote like that. It's terrible.
Off the abortion, let's generalize it more. Just you could compare Trump's presidency to Kamala's vice presidency and see what the Democrats have done and the way the world's shifting. And they're saying, oh, it's fine. This is months ago. Oh, everything's fine. Joe's fine. It's all cool. But now Kamala's getting up and saying, if you elect me, I'm going to make these things happen. But one, she hasn't really been saying what she's going to do. She's just kind of been copying Trump, saying no tax on tips.
She hasn't came out with her policies, or most of them.
Right. She won't sit there and hold an interview because they know that she can't sit there and do an interview because she has nothing to say.
Yeah, and that also goes on to how she's been in office for a majority of 3 years. She has influence on what has been done already, and saying, "Oh, I'm going to do this when I get in." Well, you're already partially in. You already have to say.
And she's horrible at that job. She has the lowest vice president approval rating in modern time, and a 90% turnover rating around there, which is her staff turning over and not working for her, getting fired, and getting new staff pulling in. And the border's not safe. She said it was secure, and now she's saying in some speeches and DNC that we're going to secure the border. Well, you were the border czar, and you're saying it was secure back then, and now you're saying it's been a problem, and you're going to fix it.
Think about it like this. Have you ever been to a job where you say, hey, I'm Deaken Nodine, I'm coming in here for a job, but I don't have a resume. Can you still hire me?
Right. Or I have a resume, but I don't qualify. Well, why'd you apply? Well, they kind of just put me in here, and I'm just going to, you have to hire me because I'm a woman and I'm Black and Indian. And if you don't hire me, then you're racist.
Over somebody that's already been shown he can be the president of the United States, regardless of what you think. He's shown it. He's been there. Over somebody that hasn't even, been a vice president. One, hasn't done anything. Two, hasn't came out with most of her policies.
Who do you want leading the country? You know what I mean? Who do you want to go to these meetings and stop these foreign affairs or help them in certain ways? The Ukraine war would be done. Putin came out and said, I respect what Trump's saying. You know what I mean? He's not saying I'm going to stop the war, but he was just saying, I respect that he doesn't want his allies to do something crazy and go through this.
Yeah, and it does have a lot to do with, respect. People leaders, other leaders actually respect Trump.
Right.
And they don't have no respect for Biden or Kamala, So, how is that going to play out if she does get elected?
It's not going to play out good.
Well, I think the biggest issue of this is 90% of the stuff that they're saying is like, we need to fix stuff outside of the nation. We need to stop the wars. We need to stop this. We need to stop that. Look what's going on like right now in our country. Immigration, the illegal immigration, the economy, inflation. It's like you're saying all this like we're helping all these other people, blah, blah, but you're not focusing on what really matters. You're not focusing. You're saying that you're the president. We're putting the American people first. You're not.
Nope.
You're putting your international affairs first.
What really matters, the safety and security of Americans. And so when daughters are getting raped and killed from illegal Venezuelans and illegal immigrants, and you're not really doing anything or making any type of policy, and you're just talking about how you're going to get it fixed, well, I'm sorry, that just sounds like a bad agenda, and I don't really even know your agenda, but I know what the Democrats' agenda is,
Right.
and that's to progress, but they're progressing in the wrong direction. They're progressing too radically left. Yeah, Kamala Harris's VP candidate he was a very, very far left radical governor. He put tampons in public restrooms at schools for progression. Like, they're not doing anything that matters. Close the border.
Unnecessary actions that these people are allowing for, illegal, the word illegal aliens. I mean, it's true that they're coming in and just doing these horrible things to our people that can be stopped, and it's not.
And what would you say right now, like in the presidency of like, what's the biggest things that could be fixed right now if they were to like make a change?
Number one is the border.
The border.
For me,
then
personally.
What would you say is another one?
The number two thing besides the border would be, let me think. Deacon, do you have any?
Yeah, mine would be, besides the border, number two would be, we need to fix the economy. And I get it, we're in a post-COVID economy. But here's the thing. When we're relying on other countries to do things for us, we're relying on other countries to make our cars when they could be made in Detroit like they used to be, or we're not energy dominant. We're energy dependent right now. We could be energy independent is what Trump's pushing for. And then energy dominant, people rely on us.
And what does that bring? More jobs to us.
Right.
And
illegals, so we secure the border first, illegals can't come steal the jobs.
And another thing is, when you were talking about like the money aspect of it, is we're feeding billions of dollars into other wars, whatever. But when you look at these percentages of who is trusted based on this, is immigration, border security, Trump is 57% to Kamala's 41. In the economy, he's 53 to her 45. And the Israel-Hamas war, he's 52 to her 44.
Right.
One thing I'll say, one last thing about this is MAGA is a term to use as a slur for Trump supporters. But MAGA stands for Make America Great Again. And that's not what Kamala Harris wants. And so if you want especially young people, if you want your country to be better, don't vote for Democrats right now. They're in a horrible state. Vote for Donald Trump.
Now we're going into a new segment that we have here on 305 Live, and that is Hudson's top four and his conference championship picks for college football. Hudson, what do you got?
Got Oregon and Texas. I got Oregon coming out of that, going to the national championship, and Georgia over LSU. So number one and number 7, I got Oregon coming out for their first national championship.
What about Isaiah Bond at Texas, man? You don't like
I just don't think they're going to get it done. I think Quinn Ewers can get it done.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Texas does have like a chance of,
they do have a chance to go for it,
beating Oregon there. But I think, to go against what you say, I think Georgia comes out with it.
The whole
Natty?
Well, but from what his poll, if they was to go against each other, Georgia,
like
Oregon,
against Oregon,
yeah,
I mean that could be a good say, because I mean, but the thing is can Carson Beck do it? Like, we haven't seen that much out of Carson Beck in that aspect of the game.
Carson Beck he's the definition of a game manager. So that means, for everybody that doesn't know football as well, is like when you put players around him that he just has to get the ball to. You know what I'm saying? So I think Georgia always has great athletes. They have the best recruiting in the game. They have the best coaches in the game. So they get these pieces for him to spread the ball out, and that's why they're so successful.
Yeah. Because, I mean, you can have an average quarterback and some elite guys. If you can get the ball to them, you're going to be successful.
Because at the end of the day, that's the quarterback's job, right? If you're a quarterback cannot get the ball to a wide receiver, you have the wrong one. Mm-hmm. And it's not that hard, especially at that level.
I think the key to winning the national championship is to hire Connor Stallions on your staff to steal signs from the other team. That's what I think happens. Look, he did it for Michigan. I'm sorry, Harbaugh. I'm a Niner guy, so I love you, Harbaugh. But without Connor Stallions, you wouldn't be able to steal the signs.
Did you see the new documentary that
I
came out?
I did. He is kind of weird. He's like super hyper focused on anything to help Michigan football.
Mm-hmm.
He's like one of those weird kids, dude. I don't know.
Hey, that's the type of people you need in your program.
A rider.
I mean,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah. My pick to win 2024 college football playoff national championship, Clemson Tigers, baby.
No.
Clemson
If
Tigers.
they come out tomorrow and beat Georgia, I'll take you back on that.
Okay.
But as of right now, that's not going to happen.
So who would you say then?
And then
Who was it?
You got who you
I would say it's a close race between Oregon. I would say Oregon, Georgia, and I think if Ohio State comes out hot, they'll have a good chance at it. But I think a good underdog for would be Texas, Alabama. Would be two underdogs that I think could go pretty far. I think LSU, if they come out and utilize their weapons that they have like so many weapons. If they utilize that and can run the offenses right, and the defense actually steps up this year, then I think they're also a contender too.
That's so weird to hear Alabama underdog in the same sentence.
Yeah,
it's a new era.
got them number 10 seed this year.
What you got, bro?
I think I'm gonna. Right now, I'm like focusing more. I think Texas. You know, I think Texas has a pretty good chance. But it might change. But we'll see. Them and also, like I said, with Georgia. Maybe. But we'll just have to see how this season plays out, especially with this first week.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm a firm believer. Roll Tide, roll, baby.
Really?
Roll Tide, roll. You can never count out the Tide. I think Kalen DeBoer is a great coach. People don't really know too much about him just because, from where we live, we're on the East Coast. He was a West Coast guy at Washington. He's coming over here. He's doing some good things. They're still getting great recruits. Everybody's bought in over there. I mean, I think Bama's got it this year.
Alabama to win a national championship wouldn't be that new.
Wouldn't be that new.
So let's talk about a few games from yesterday that starting it off. NC State, Western Carolina. Final score 38-21.
My pack about
38-21 there.
What are they, the Catamounts?
What about Concepcion?
Oh my!
How did he get
Concepcion with the reception.
Dude,
touchdowns.
I didn't know before I played college football 25. I didn't know what a Concepcion was until Michael Harris decided to take his Wolfpack to our dynasty's national championship twice in a row.
Yep.
And then Grayson McCall as well. He did pretty good, but I think he can do better.
I think
it wasn't his best game.
Okay, he did not perform well, but the guy threw for over 300 yards.
I was about to say, let's talk about it.
He had 4 TDs. He had 3, and then there was 2.
He had 3
rushing.
passing touchdowns, I believe, but all 3 of them were to Concepcion.
But as you watched it, it was not a good day for him. He was overthrowing balls. It wasn't a good day. He wasn't reading right, but the dude still threw for over 300 yards.
Dude, I got NC State making the playoffs. Because Grayson McCall, what quarterback do you talk that's not a big name guy that has a bad day and throws for 300 yards? Are you serious? That's
Burrow.
ridiculous. Exactly.
Let's be real here. Colorado sucks.
Colorado
blows, dude.
I'm tired of Travis Hunter and Shadir Sanders.
All right, Travis Hunter, he balled out last night.
He had 3 tutties, just like your boy.
But that's the thing. But everybody talks about
You're doing
Hunter.
that against North Dakota State, though.
Everybody talks about Hunter, but nobody talks about Concepcion. They just dick ride him. For no reason.
Yeah, but
it is for a good reason. Like that one-handed catch he had yesterday. Like, who else is making that?
And then that catch at the corner of the end zone, that guy in his
stuck
face.
it out like that. That was
nasty. I mean, that's just like
but
putting the ball in a chokehold.
Why is the game so close?
Almost an upset. If they wouldn't have started pulling it out in the second half. Just like NC State and Western Carolina, they was losing. They was losing. If they wouldn't have pulled it together, they would have lost as well.
Do you guys remember freshman year when we were all single, and now Mike's the only one left that's not? We've all found our hope. Hopefully someone that we're gonna stick with. Yeah. Mike, are we gonna get you a girlfriend this year?
So,
do we need to advertise you on the lampposts and stuff?
I'm just letting God handle it, bro.
Yeah,
because I really found that if you go looking for something like that, you're not gonna find it. That stuff has to it just has to come across.
Now, now you do have to put your eyes in the right spot, right? You're looking on Saturday nights, looking at the clubs, looking at these girls.
You're not gonna find.
You are gonna find something, but it's not gonna be what you want.
No, it's not.
It's gonna be antibiotics getting shot up your butt when you got to clap. So that's what it's gonna be. But when you look in the right direction and that's up, it'll be fine.
That's true.
That's what I've learned.
And that's really what I'm focused on, dude. That's why I'm not trying to go out, do all these things, get all these girls, because I know God's got the right one for me.
Yeah, what I've learned in a relationship is it's like a triangle.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. God's up here. You and your girlfriend are right here. The closer you get to God, the closer you guys are getting to each other. The farther away you turn your backs and So as long as you just, pray about it and everything, like me and my girlfriend pray every night about it. So those are the things that you need to look for, but you know that. But it's great. Like our freshman year, we're coming out 18. I see it for these young men.
Yeah.
We're looking for the wrong things.
Looking for the wrong things, man.
I mean, and it happened with Brian. You get a crazy girl. And she'll come in there and just yell at you for nothing.
Hey, you might get a couple of them. You might get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. Come on, man.
Deal breakers in relationships, guys, is when a girl will fuss at you in front of your friends, like wildly. And like wants to embarrass you, like, hold on. Because I learned my mom from a young age. She whipped my tail in Walmart, pulled my pants down, smacked. You embarrass me in public, I'm going to embarrass you.
That's right.
It's all good, though. Got me a good one.
Yeah. Brian got him a good one.
That's all that matters right now.
I haven't heard her yell yet, so I'm so happy for you.
Probably has.
No, Brian, not yet. I'm not yet.
Not yet.
There's going to be some because he annoying as shit.
I think the worst thing in the world has got to be a crazy ex-girlfriend. I don't have one, but I have seen like some crazy things from some crazy exes.
Dude, I've seen some crazy shit. So y'all know Jacob, bro.
Yeah.
Y'all know his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah.
Dude. Y'all talk about crazy.
We'll bleep that out.
Yeah, we'll bleep the name out.
This girl, dude, we'll just call her Ashley for now. So this girl, Ashley, she, I'm talking about, they broke up nonstop, even to this day. They broke up last summer, the beginning of last summer.
Oh,
she will text
that.
him. No, she will text him off, text me now. She'll download so many, apps and stuff just to get in contact with him. She's probably, Jacob.
She tried to Zoom call him yet?
Not yet, dude. She's emailed him. She's done everything. And Jacob showed me all the block numbers he has. Not going to lie to you, he has over 50.
What did she say to him? Like, I want you back?
Like that. She says, why don't you want me? Why don't you care about me? Can we talk? It's a lot of can we talk?
It is. We're at a school, Avery University. We're at a school, Division III, with 800 kids. Maybe I don't even know the demographic or the numbers on that.
Let's look that up.
You're gonna find maybe nothing, or maybe something crazy, or maybe something good.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, Donnie, pull up Avery University demographics.
I mean, it's not that many people. Very diverse. But you're not gonna find
speaking of how diverse the school actually is, I've met so many people that I've never met from other countries and stuff. So definitely, it's
good that we do. We have a lot of international kids.
And that's what college is all about, dude. Meeting people from different backgrounds, from different cultures.
Yeah.
It really it grows your mind.
Right. Yeah, it opens your eyes to see other perspectives of the world.
More importantly than diversity of what you look like and where you're from is diversity of thought. You obviously don't want everybody to think the same way. This would be a horrible community if we just had one people that think the same way. Go to an all-white neighborhood with homeowners association. Right. I bet that is annoying. Cut your grass to this high. Yeah. And then Mike pulls up and they're like, you live here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I do.
So
I do.
They wouldn't believe it though. Because
I think this is definitely the last census that was taken on Averett was in the fall of 2022. So when we came in,
right.
2022.
Yes.
Was 1,122. Definitely way higher now with the freshman classes that have came in.
Last year was the biggest incoming freshman class
ever.
Ever. Yeah, ever.
Yeah. And Averett is ranked best colleges and regional colleges in the South, number 15.
That's good.
A lot of stuff that school does, I really question.
I love that we decided to do this podcast thing because we always have a lot to say to each other. But now we could, film it
and document it and, let other people, share their opinions. And,
right.
And this is a way, not just for us, but like I said, other people, because we have an Instagram, go follow it, 305 Live Pod, that you can DM us, you can DM us to, topics that you want us to talk about.
This is really good for us. I think just at a small school, just a couple of college kids, young conservative Christian men who love God, football, and politics.
That's right.
And we just sit here and talk, and we'd love to just
That's right.
have you guys just sit here and watch us have a bunch of fun.
That's right, man.
But first podcast, I think we did good, Mike, guys.
So, guys, once again, I appreciate you guys joining in. Just be sure to turn on the bell, hit the subscribe button, go follow our Instagram pages, all that good stuff. Boys, love you guys. Appreciate you guys. As always, it's been a good one. We'll see y'all next time.
Don't look, I'm pulling my meat's out right now. Real, my meat's out. Don't look.
Brian, I cannot believe you did this. Get him another
I
bottle.
can't even do it back here. I gotta stand up. What do you need?
15 kids in the front porch line, Louisiana Saturday night.
Well, you get down the fiddle and you get down the bow, kick off your shoes and you throw 'em on the floor, dance in the kitchen till the morning light.